So Enlisted has just given us the latest dev server for the next update as of August 26th. As of right now, the weapons and, or should I say lack of weapons and vehicles and other stuff is going to be a major factor in this next major update, or at least as of right now, because it's still the 26th and yet I haven't seen anything else. That said, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the update for the August 26th quote-unquote dev server and what it contains as of right now. Of course, this is going to be subject to change once Enlisted decides or if they decide to add anything new, but as of right now, they haven't done anything new. But that said, let's get started. One of the first things we have to start with is the weapons and the soldier. Most of the weapons have been highly adjusted. For example, the following weapons such as the Owen Mark I, the Browning M1918A2, the Bren Mark I, the Bren Mark II, and the Vigor Spreader, the BSA Model 1928 Thompson, the Gewehr 41 have all increased stability. This, with 20% squad experience for unique soldiers, is very, very promising and a buff for the unique soldiers, the ones that you have to buy for gold orders. They've also fixed an issue where AI soldiers prioritize using the M1911 Colt swords over primarily weapons, and overall it makes the AI better in combat situations and react better in combat situations, which is a good and a bad thing considering how AI soldiers are right now. Hopefully what they mean by this is that they react better and just don't shoot you on the spot. That said, the auto-changed fire mode to the FG42, usually the FG42 Sniper and the FG42 Grenade Launcher in Kurgov, is default, meaning that the FG42 is now automatic by default, which is very good if you ask me. They also adjusted the appearance of Italian paratroopers on Tunisia maps and increased the MP41's range to that of the MP40. That said, overall, everything else is just minor upgrades, or in some cases, improve the accuracy for such as weapons such as the FG42-2, the SKT-40, and such on. Overall, it's very, very interesting. It is interesting to note that the FG42 and the Hay automatic rifle and the T-20s will also have recoil increase, compensation, and recoil impulse, which is a fancy way of saying recoil. That said, overall, the new weapons have been minorly changed, and some weapons will definitely feel different, others will feel slightly different, and others will feel practically the same. Overall, these are to mimic or make all the weapons fair or better in a certain way. Of course, there are going to be issues, and there will be tests done after this. That said, let's move on to the vehicles. For the vehicles, they implemented an anti-kamikaze system, meaning any player who crashes an underground or undamaged aircraft will be prohibited from respawning an aircraft with their next spawn. What is going on with the mechanics right now is that Enlisted is essentially having a group of players who essentially aim their plane at the enemy target and then they bomb it, which is not a bad idea with the exception that it's just horrifically annoying. This anti-kamikaze system allows for players to be more mindful of how they use their plane, which is something I really advocate, because if you can constantly barrage your enemies with HVARs or bombs, then you're doing something right. Kamikazeing is just really wasteful of your resources, especially if you're attacking, and your ability as a fighter, because I value fighters who can stay up in the air more. That said, after that we have the ability to spawn with a motorized infantry squad without an APC, both when the maximum number of APC are present on the map and when the limit is not reached, meaning that you can not use the APC and just spawn in with the APC squad itself, meaning you can just walk into battle essentially, or you can drop off from your old APC and just go. So that's very good. Also, they also notify you if the APC is destroyed, but the most interesting change is that the P-63 King Cobra and the BF-109 have been given a single 250 kilogram bomb, which is really good, so that's good. That said, overall, other changes are mostly changes regarding other vehicles and stuff whatnot. After that, they have the UI changes, the graphic changes in which they make it better visible for darker areas and whatnot. And in terms of locations and missions, at this point I think everyone gets the drill. They make new maps from old maps, and then they just make these maps bigger or larger or smaller, or just they change it in a way that they make it more fair. So that's that. Overall, another thing is that other improvements include improved server compatibility with custom games, and fix a bug that allows HDR Direct 11X So that's very, very good. Overall, everything in this update is what I essentially would say as of right now. Quality of life update. Nothing has been really changed with the notable exception of the weapons and the planes, most notably the BF-109, K4, and the P-63A-10. Essentially, what am I supposed to say? Like, literally has it in his name, the A-10. Oh god. Anyway, nothing much has been changed. It's just mostly a quality of life update, which is good in the sense that Enlisted is needing that, but I don't think it solves any of the core problems of Enlisted. It doesn't add in a new squad. It doesn't even add in a new warrior class, is essentially what the Enlisted has told us is almost completed, or at least as of right now, because we don't know when Enlisted is going to be officially updating this. My guess is sometime later this week, but with the roadmap and with the current testing, it's not looking too great. Of course, tomorrow they can just upgrade the new tests, and boom, voila, everything will be better, or at least that's the theory. But overall, this is what we have as of right now for the test. Comment in the comment section down below of what do you think, and have a great day, guys.